Alright, so you might be wondering why I'm in a bathrobe right now, and the simple answer is, I've got a lot to talk about, and none of it is good. So any chance I can take to offer even a little bit of levity to this situation, I will take. So for those of you who think it's goofy to see me in a bathrobe, you're welcome, I guess. For those of you who saw my last couple videos, you probably know that I mentioned making a larger video talking about the current state of the gaming industry, and by golly, that's what this video is. At first, this video was going to be about a PvE mode being released in Tarkov, which the devs were charging $250 fucking for, in addition to not honoring any promises made with other editions of the game that promised free DLC as it was updated. You know, like those crazy expensive editions of video games where you buy it for an extra premium and basically the developer says, hey, anything we add to this game you get for free because you spent an absolutely retarded amount of money on a video game because you want to support us. Yeah, the developers for Tarkov just kind of said, you know what, actually, fuck that, fuck you, pay us. So yeah, needless to say, that was an entire fiasco in of itself. But then Sony just did an absolute big dick slamming on a table of a move and decided to ban Helldivers 2 in like, what, 170 different regions across the world just because PC players didn't want to have to link a PSN account. Just one of the fucking pettiest things I've ever seen a company do. Like, they had no reason to do it and they just wanted to spite their own player base. And if those two things weren't annoying enough for you, we have a third story to talk about. Before we get into this third story though, I want to take a moment to paint y'all a picture. There's a little company called Tango GameWorks. They're owned by Bethesda and, by extension, Microsoft. For those who don't know, they're responsible for the Evil Within games, Ghostwire Tokyo, and the recently released Hi-Fi Rush. Now, Hi-Fi Rush was a massive hit when it released last year. With next to no marketing and pretty much no support from Microsoft or Bethesda, the game sells like 3 million copies, cleans house in terms of game awards. It's a massive breakout success that nobody saw coming. But apparently, that wasn't enough for Microsoft, as Microsoft recently announced that it's closing down Tango GameWorks and 3 other studios underneath the Bethesda umbrella, sending a clear message to all of the studios under Xbox that they don't care if you make them money, they don't care if you get them awards, if getting rid of you boosts their bottom line, they will happily shaft you. And oh my god, watching their executives trying to explain this shit away in a manner that doesn't make the entire company look like greedy pieces of shit is one of the funniest fucking things I have ever seen in my entire life. This poor woman looks like she's actively having an aneurysm. And we haven't even begun to talk about the bullshit with Ubisoft and how they're charging just absolutely insane premiums for shit that just should be accessible to the common player. $110 for 3 days of early access for a fucking single player game? Are you shitting me? Listen, I'm just gonna say this. We as gamers, as consumers, as customers, clients, whatever fucking label you want to throw on yourself in the situation, we need to start voting with our dollar on this shit. Because if we don't, nothing is going to change. These companies will continue to treat you like mindless fucking sheep and just take every advantage they can in trying to fuck you out of your money. And if that goes unchecked, everyone underneath these people in power are going to suffer. And to think all of this shit just started happening one after the other is absolutely insane to me. It's like within the span of like the last 3 months, the gaming industry has just started to implode for seemingly no reason whatsoever, just because they fucking feel like it. As someone who cares a lot about this industry, it is so monumentally, unspeakably depressing to watch this happen. I don't know who, I don't know how, but I know that somebody somewhere needs to be held responsible for this shit, because it is getting out of hand. Okay. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.